Yo, 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 it's your boy Uneducated Brother. You know how we do it out here in these streets, man. And today, man, the Lord Jesus Christ just came on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about how much shit he done for black people. Let's hear my man out, man.
With reading this book and all that you did for every community, including our own community,
I feel like we put President Obama in the White House. And when I look back, I just wanted more done for my people.
how do you take it when you hear, especially African Americans and minorities, say that they feel that President Barack didn't do enough for minorities, or didn't do enough for black people?
Black people.
What are your thoughts on that?
You know what? I understand it because when I got elected, there was so much excitement and hope. And I also think that we generally view the presidency as almost like a monarchy, in the sense of, well, once the president's there, he can just do whatever needs to get done. And if he's not doing it, then it must be because he didn't want to do it.
Well, we see it with Trump, though. So he does what he wants to do, so people assume.
Well, right, because he breaks laws.
Right.
And or disregards the Constitution. But look, I think that anybody who goes into public life, they need to understand that, yeah, you're going to get criticized, because that's just the nature of it. If you don't want that, then you shouldn't be in that business. The good news for me was that I was very confident in what I had done for black folks, because I had the statistics to prove it.
I wonder if you know that I know he's lying right now.
All right, so by the time I left office, you had seen 3 million African Americans have health care that didn't have it before. You had seen the incarceration rate, the number of black folks in prison, drop.
Really thank you for signing that bill. When y'all passed this, I could have fell through the floor. I'm an example of a woman who has been given a second chance in life.
And it's an experience that I never forget.
2 months ago, I was in a prison cell, and I'm in the White House. Let's continue to make America great again.
For the first time in years, you had seen the juvenile correction system, 30% fewer people in there. You had seen black poverty drop to its lowest level since 1968.
Now, we hear those lines all the time, but here are the facts. Since President Trump took office, black unemployment has hit an historic low and currently sits at about 6.7%. And by the way, he's not satisfied with that. He wants it a lot lower, but still pretty great. The number of African Americans employed is up more than 4%, and the most stunning of all, African American wages, this is my favorite, are up more than 9%.
You had seen black businesses rise. You had seen black income go up. So I could just look at the data and I could say millions of black folks were better off at the time I left office than when I came in.
Take a look at some numbers. This is from the Obama era, starting with the poverty rate. It has gone up 1.6% for black Americans during the Obama era. Look at real median income. It's down in black households 1.5% under Obama. The percentage of black Americans who own homes down 9% under Obama. And the number of black food stamp participants up 58% under Obama.
And, what I have to accept, and I think what any president has to accept, is the fact that, okay, so I got 20 million people health care, but there's still 10 million out there who don't have health care because Republicans blocked me from doing everything I wanted to do with Obamacare, because some states didn't accept Medicaid dollars, even though it wasn't going to cost them a dime, just because they wanted to oppose me. So if you're black and you're one of those 10 million who didn't get health care because they live in a state that didn't accept the money we were giving them, I can understand why they would be upset. How come things didn't change?
I think people want to know, like, what did you do specifically for black people? Not the rising tide lifts all boats types of rhetoric, because we all know black people's boat got a hole in it. So the systemic things that were done to black people to put us in these positions, we need specific systemic things to get us out. So what
I'm saying, Charlamagne, is black poverty dropped faster than everybody else.
Why the fuck you lying?
Era, starting with the poverty rate. It has gone up 1.6% for black Americans during the Obama era.
Black incomes went up more than a lot of other folks.
Why the fuck you lying?
In income, it's down in black households 1.5% under Obama.
So, you know, the issue is sometimes we just didn't go around advertising that, because once again, the goal here is to build coalitions where everybody is getting something so that they all feel like they've got a stake in it. But a lot of my policies were targeted towards people most in need. Those folks are disproportionately African American. Now, there are some things that, for example, us having a civil rights division in the Justice Department that actually took seriously civil rights and imposed consent decrees on places like Ferguson.
We invest. Can I get some water? Come on up here. I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Bottle water.
I want a glass of water. Everybody settle down. This is a feisty crowd. Thank you. I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
What? He wet his lips. He did not drink it. He didn't sip it. He wet his lips.
There was an audible gasp in the audience. People were just like absolutely dejected. Why would you do that?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old, I was taking a chip of paint, tasting it, and I got some lead.
Yeah, that's like talking about like, well, I didn't wear a seatbelt and I'm fine. It's like, but there were tons of people that died.
Backstage, the president, sitting at the table with the criminal governor, decided to perform his stunt all over again.
You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but, you know.
That's not what I expected. That's what Snyder did.
It felt like he minimized like what people are actually going through and struggling.
And, you know, change sentencing guidelines so that we didn't max out on sentencing for all nonviolent drug offenses, but change the incentive so that prosecutors were judged not by how long of a sentence you got, but did you get a proportional sentence? Was it a fair sentence? You know, those kinds of changes that we made, that's why I say there's a reason why the federal prison population dropped. By the way, at the same time, the crime also dropped, right? So we were able to show that you can have a smart strategy in terms of reducing crime without expanding incarceration. But the truth of the matter is, Charlamagne, at the end of the day, there is no way in 8 years to make up for 200 years.
Absolutely.
Mr. Shakur, can we get a comment from you all?
Hell no. Thug life.
No,
Thug life. Thug life. That's my comment.
What's that?